Hey guys, it's Black Scout Survival. And if you watched the first video about a grid down medical kit, you've seen a lot of the contents of the bag. And I didn't want the video extremely long, so we made it 2 sections. And so I'll keep on going. If you hadn't watched the first part 1, go ahead and go back and watch that, and then we'll catch back up on part 2. So let's go ahead and start back to where we were. And you've seen a lot of the items so far, but the next section here, and you'll see that these cords here are a different color. They're a desert tan, coyote tan, and that's because if something real bad happens and I need to get to the bag and I need to access stuff and time is of the essence, I know that my serious trauma gear is in here. And so inside this, I have a tourniquet. I have some Israeli bandages, and this is the 4-inch version, and these things are fantastic if you if you haven't seen them before. And this is a 6-inch Israeli combat dressing. Inside here I have a couple nasopharyngeal airway kits here, and I have the lube taped to the sterile lube taped to the packets. I have some hemostatic gauze and some quick clot type stuff. But that's that pocket. All right, we'll go into the main section now. Let me put this back up real quick. But so like I said, you want your trauma stuff to be quickly accessible. You want to know where it's at. You don't have to dig through the bag to find it. So if you do build a kit like this, make sure you have that gear where you can find it quickly. Okay, starting off, we have betadine, have some hydrogen peroxide. These things are good for cleaning wounds or whatnot, and have all the alcohol prep pads in here so I can sterilize stuff before using it. Hand sanitizer is a great thing to have. You don't want to be messing with people with dirty hands. Wet ones, bacterial wipes, good stuff to have as well. I have some cortisone cream in here, for rashes or whatnot. Some sterile eye wash, and you can also use this to irrigate a wound if you need to. I have, talking about irrigating wounds, I have a sterile 20 milliliter syringe here, and it's an irrigation syringe to irrigate wounds. And I actually have, not in this bag, but where this bag sits, I have a bottle of sterile solution for irrigation. I have some silver sulfa design cream, and this stuff is fantastic. If you get cut, it has like silver in it, and it helps you heal up very quick. You have to get these from doctors or whatnot. There's some old stuff I had. Have some bacitracin here. Have alcohol bottle I did have in there. I forgot it was in there. So that's a lot of stuff to handle, rashes, cuts, or just disinfecting stuff. In here I have a military style padded aluminum splint, so you can, if you have a break, you can control a break. Control a break. Have a couple bags here, and these bags are you can put stuff in or whatnot and keep stuff dry. I have some triple layer non-stick pads, so in case you have a cut and you put it over it and you seal it up, you're not scabbing off, and you're pulling, when you pull it off, to change the dressing, you're tearing off the scab. I have a wide variety of different type gauze pads, sterile gauze pads in here, all different sizes and different kinds. Not going to get into details about that, but I have a couple surgical pads in here, combine ABD pads, and more surgical pads, and that's just stuff to stop serious bleeding or whatnot, or address wounds and keep them protected. And you ask, why do I have all these in different Ziploc bags? And that's one, to keep them separated so I can pull specific items out, and 2, just to keep them dry in case the kit, because this is a grid down metal kit. If I have to ditch, my shelter in place, this is what I'm going to be taking with me and carrying my vehicle. Okay, on this side I have some regular medical tape. I have some of this Curl-X type stuff, and it basically just sticks onto itself. It's good stuff to have, good stuff to keep tight on the wound to help it stop bleeding. I have some large sterile bandage rolls here, another one, and you can't ever have enough of this type stuff. I have some non-sterile bandage material here. Here's another sterile bandage. I have these are the ACE type bandages, and these can wrap, ankles, or if you have a bad bleeder, you can put this, in the stuff that's in the wound, and then wrap this tight on it, and keep it from, bleed, trying to stop the bleeding. More of those, different size gauze. I have a couple ice packs in here, and a CPR first aid mask. And speaking of that, CPR and first aid training, you can get from the American Red Cross, and I highly recommend that you at least get those if you're going to get any. If you're going to get any type of training, get those at the very least. Some of this advanced training, I've had people teach me, and like I said, could I license do it? No, but if I had to do it to myself or to my wife or loved ones in a grid down situation, I would, to help save their lives if there was no further medical care. But that's kind of what you got to think about. And again, don't put stuff in here that you don't know how to use. And I'll go through some of this stuff in the future and kind of show how to use it. So if you want to see that in the future, I'll show some things. And again, I'm not a licensed medical professional, so you can take my advice or don't take it. It doesn't matter. Go get it from somebody else if you want to. But this is my grid down medical kit, and I'll go through further medical kits, different levels in the future. But if you have any questions, just post them in the comments below or email me at jack@blackscoutsurvival.com. And if you enjoy this video, please subscribe and check out blackscoutsurvival.com for more tips and tutorials. And as always, thanks for watching.